Welcome back. Working on another piece for the grill tool set. I got done the meat turner. Now today I think we're going to work on a spatula. And most of it's all the same stuff until I get to the spatula, so it'll be, I'm not going to go over everything again, but I'll go over some stuff, little clippets here and there. I got the forge started, got the piece in there, and we'll get started. It's a slight chilly and damp out today. If you haven't seen, I got, which way, this way, a belt grinder in here now, bringing some of my tools from my basement in here. So sooner or later it'll actually look like a shop. Just like last time, we're going to be putting our line in there. Move that a little bit. I already did one line and twisted it from last time. Like I said, you've already seen me do this a couple of times already. Just gotta put my lines in and then retwist it. So once I get to the twisting, I'll bring you guys back. And for the end of the spatula, I just got this, looks like it's 1/8 inch by, what's that, maybe 3 inches. And we'll just cut it here with a grinder or hot cut it, whichever. I'll polish it up some and then take all these rough edges off. It's a little bit thicker than I want, but it's what I have laying around, so we'll deal. That's 3 sides done, 1 more to go. And then just clean them up a little bit more. Maybe make them a little bit deeper. And then we'll put the reverse twist on it. And then I'll do this up here with the ring and everything. And we'll draw that out. And I think I'm going to leave a little bit undrawn at the end here, so I have some way of attaching it to it. I'll make it a lot thinner, but I finished the meat turner. I did the final sanding and put the beeswax finish on it. I posted it to YouTube, but I don't know if it came through. I'll try posting a picture on here somehow. I'm just recording all this on my phone, so well, I don't know if you can see it, but I almost burned it up. It doesn't look too bad. It still might be savable, but I'm gonna have to put them lines in a lot more. I'm just gonna have to watch it a lot more because the fire's a lot hotter today for some reason. This video might get cut short. Looks like it's about to rain on me. You can see that pretty nice twist back. I'll flip it around. We'll start on this up. Actually, I gotta do that first. So let me get this back in there and we'll start on that. About right there. All right, let's get that back in there and get a little bit hotter. Yeah, some of the other upgrades I did to my forge, I got rid of this and put in an actual cast iron. It's actually a cast iron shower floor drain, which so far looks like it's doing pretty good and holding up. Maybe a little bit more. It shouldn't take too long for that to heat up. In the next week or two, I'll be building myself a new propane forge, and I'll video it, but if it doesn't look like it's going to be very interesting, I won't worry about posting it. That's better. And something I learned from watching Black Bear Forge, when you're hammering it, keep twisting it so it makes it even all the way around. Might be able to get that started flat. Let me get that back in there. And when you're doing these, you want to make sure you don't hit your twist up here. So having it off the side and bringing your hammer down like this on the edge of the anvil should keep it from there. It takes a little bit of practice. I nicked the other one, so. It was a little bit lighter hammer so I can have a little bit more control over where I'm hitting. I'm going to try a new way of putting my slot in it. I took a big chisel that I had and just rounded that over to make a slot instead of a hole. Hopefully it'll be less forming, but we'll see. Now see that little bit of sparkles? You don't want that because that means you got it too hot. Will this be too big for it? No, it will not. Okay. See how this goes. is not going that well, I don't think. I think I just need to go with a punch. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go with a punch. Which luckily I cleaned up the other day. As you can see, punch straight through it. Now we'll open that up and we'll use our mandrel here to shape it up. Remember, pull your punches. Getting it too hot again. Not careful, I'm going to melt that right off of there. Not yet. We'll do a little bit of work on the end of the horn and get that done. Yep, look at that. Well, this one just won't have a loop on it. We'll just clean that up a little bit. I can clean that up on the grinder. Now we'll start on the other end and start drawing it out. Yeah. I probably got that a little bit too thin. But I could probably tack weld it back on, but or I'll drill a hole and put a nice loop on it. But we'll finish the rest of it first, and then I'll debate on what I want to do with that. That's probably going to take a little bit. Alright, well, I already pulled it out once, and it's not taking as long to heat up as I thought it would, so this will probably be continuous. If you remember from the last one, from the meat turner, I did it octagon, which yeah, let's keep doing it. But I think I'm going to switch to a lighter hammer though. Yeah, the Ford is going really hot today, and you guys are cockeyed. There we go. Ford is running real hot today. I'm actually working up a sweat. I think I'm just going to, what little bit's there, it's no big deal. I'm going to start drawing this out more. Yeah, I think I'm going to start drawing this out more around from about here to here. And thin this out right here a little bit. Switch back to the heavier hammer for the drawing out. Actually working up a sweat today. I'm just going to start rounding it right to here, flatten that out a little bit more. Because when we attach our spatula in there, I'm going to slit this, put it in there, and put two copper rivets in it. So I got nice copper rivets. Actually, now I'm seeing what size they are. I'm going to have to just flatten it out. Yeah, so what it'll look like, this will be a lot shorter, but something like that there. Which, probably don't need to draw that out much more. I'll thin this out. Yeah. Thin this out a little bit more and then we'll work on this. Yeah, my 40-pound bag of coal is doing a pretty good job right now. This is 4th time I've done it. It's lasted close to 10 or 11 hours worth of work. After this one, I think I may take a chance and try making a knife. I think that might go good with it. That or tongs. Well, you guys basically see the order of process I'm doing. So I'll bring you back once I get done. Something I thought of that I should pass on. Since this is getting thinner, and I just went really right here, I tried to make sure this part of it is out of the fire, so it just kind of heats this area here. Just something I thought I should pass on. And if you have a forge where you can't put that out, like a propane forge, when you bring it out, just cool the tip off a little bit. Just a couple quick pokes in there so it cools it off some, so it doesn't burn off. tip keeps on giving a little bit of a twist to it to one side. Must be from the way I'm hammering on it. So we're almost there. I want about 13 inches because it's going to have another 3 inches to 3.5 inches on there. Actually 3 inches because that's going to be about a ½ inch for the connection area. So 12, that'll be about 15 or 16 inches long. And if you look at it, if you're holding like this, the actual flipper thing is bent some. So we'll just bring it over to the took it over the vise, and now it's pretty much in line. A little bit of filling and fussing, but other than that, I think it's pretty well right where I want it. Maybe thin this out just slightly more. Yeah, I'll thin that out slightly more. And that won't take very long to heat up and thin it out some. And then we'll set that off to the side and we'll work on the actual, I guess that's actually the flipper part. I don't know what the actual term for that would be. Yeah, I like that a lot better now. Alright, so this part's done. We'll put this over here to cool off. And now we're going to don't have any light in here. Can't see that side. We're going to go about 3 inches. Nah, we're gonna go 4. 4 looks better. Do 4.5 because I'm gonna be attaching it there. So we're going to take our chisel and basically score a line across there. So when we bring it out of the fire and we hot cut it, we can find it a lot easier. That's probably really loud for anyone that has headphones. I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. That being so thin, it should not take very long to heat up. I have it just laying on top of the fire, so most of the YouTube videos that I watch, they're always saying like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. If you want to, you can. If not, that's fine with me. It's not like I'm trying to be some big YouTuber. I would like to have some of my videos seen more than just by my 6 subscribers, which whoever the 2 that recently came on, thank you very much. I would like to see more people get into this. So if you can like, subscribe, and share the videos, we can bring back an ancient trade to modern days. Yeah, I think that'll do pretty well. So once I get this cut, I'll bring you guys back. This may take a couple of heats to get this cut, because I don't have the ability of putting it in the fire that much, so I'm just laying it right on top. I gotta keep an eye on it because I don't want it to burn, because I only have so much material to do this with. And when you're cutting something like this, you should have something underneath here in case you go all the way through. But the piece I would be using is the one that's in the fire. might be able to put that in the vise and snap that off, which, hold on. Nah, it's not deep enough to snap it off in the vise yet. So we'll take a couple more heats and get that chisel mark in there a lot more. If I had a hot cut where I can put it down and hold it and really hammer it, I would, but I don't think I'd have to get material like 4140, 5160, maybe what is it, 1045 or 1095 to make a hot cut chisel. But what might speed it up is using a bigger hammer. And what I'm doing, I'm heating one side and then I'll flip it to this side and heat it, and maybe it'll be a little bit easier. So, as soon as I get that cut, I'll bring you guys back. See, I got a cut. I'm going to put it in the fire and just ease these edges over some. And it shouldn't take very long for that to heat up. And the one end, I want to make sure it's kind of tapered down to be able to get underneath stuff. The one good thing is the tongs I'm using, they have a fairly long handle, so I can just leave them right on there with the part and or with the piece of metal and not lose it in the fire. Now, like normal, once this gets thinner, we're gonna have to watch it. That doesn't start to burn. My fire pot is real low right now, so there's not a lot of heat coming off of it, so we should be pretty good. I can't leave it in there indefinitely, but I don't have to keep an eye on it. So once I get done shaping it and everything, I'll bring you guys back. Alright, so this should be the final heat for it. And then we can possibly work on the handle end of it, if it's cool enough. If not, we'll have to take a little break, because I do not want to quench that and have that crack or something. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. And I can use my sander to get all these edges crisped up and the way I want them. So, alright, we're going to take a little break, let everything cool down, and then maybe I'll show you how I do all the sanding.